gonna start this. Just a quick message or whatever. Um, I think there's something about the whole behind the scenes thing. First of all, it's stuffy in here. I need to open the windows. Otherwise, it's kind of hot. I like to get a chill breeze going, but I would have to open the window and get up first and do that. So maybe do that later. But with the whole behind the scenes thing, it wasn't like that before. With the internet, you have a whole bunch of celebrities making profiles and doing stuff showing their life, whereas before that didn't really exist. It was exclusive access that you had to pay for and stuff, and so people are taking that for granted these days, and they're just trying to point out mistakes like, oh, so and so celebrity did a video the other day and they made a mistake, or they did this or did that, or they're so used to seeing programs edited on TV or movies, like films edited, videos on TV edited, or if not edited, scripted and written first and then shot. It's not a game with those people. So, with the studio people and the people who make the art. So, in shamanism, which is what I studied, the bad shamans are called sorcerers or brujas, with the goal of shamanism being to cure. So one thing the brujas do is shoot darts. They can make real darts too from tree bark or wood, twigs and branches and stuff, but they could also shoot invisible pathogenic darts, in which they try to send thoughts into other people. So one thing with this is that you have to make sure you know where a thought is coming from, because it could be someone else trying to put a thought in your head. One thing I don't like is how some people don't use logic. Basically, because they do stuff like they try to make you say stuff, or they try to make me say stuff, and they just don't ask directly. They sugarcoat everything, and they take all these alternate routes to work around the fact that they want to ask me, but they can't. It's too risky, I guess. Like, if you directly ask someone, they could just lie, I guess, or tell the truth. So they want to at least make sure that the person doesn't just lie and just makes something up, even though that's what a lot of people do, even by trying to ask a question or work around it like that. They're basically lying. They're not just like replying with an answer that's untrue. So you don't really have to talk to someone. There was the whole cat call thing where women said that they don't like that. Yet even women are participating in this for the most part. So it goes for guys too. There's a whole double standard thing, I guess, too. Um, so most of it is just trying to get people to like you. They'll threaten to like not hang out with you basically if you're not entertaining enough. So it's the whole hunt for darts. Darts are important uh, to other people so they can make darts and Icaros. So they want to make new darts and Icaros. There comes a point where they mind their own business until they need new darts, so they'll start doing that more. Um, some people just want answers, so that's another way of saying that. Um, they're trying to get me to talk first instead, so they're doing all that. And they don't use logic, they're just trying to be social, but they're trying to force me to be social first. After a certain amount of time has passed, you would think that they would just be wrong anyway, so they're trying to continue to do more of that. Um, it's long since been funny for me. It's not fun. So it's only me. Usually there are other people together in groups, but it's only me, so that makes it harder to do certain stuff that other people can enjoy. When it's just me alone. Other people help other people, but they don't help me. They just all gang up on me, um, which puts me at a disadvantage that way. So there's that. Um, One thing that's kind of dumb is like what my mom does. Like sometimes when you read a book or see like an intro to something, they'll say, the person will say like, "Oh, I thank God, my producer, my manager, whatever, my mom, like I appreciate my uncle or whoever." Um, so there's that, but when I do it, people can't get their mind out of the gutter and they take it as incestuous comments, or they try to say I have an Oedipus complex, but that's like really not the case. And then that's when they say stuff like, "Oh, why talk about it? If you talk about it, it must be true." But that's also bullshit. There's no logic behind it. So it's mostly my mom doing weird stuff. There was this weird moment where I gave her a book that I had to read for a history class, and we had to write a paper on it, called Celia a Slave. That's the one where she was raped by a plantation owner, and there was a court case because she killed him. But it was back then, so they were still racist, so they still convicted her. So I thought she might want to read it for some reason, so I gave it to her. I was getting rid of some books. It was like, oh, it's the end of the semester, I could sell these books. I had that one because it was for a history class. I didn't necessarily want to just carry it around, I guess. Couldn't really get much for it by selling it, so I thought I would just give it away, so I just gave it to her. And then, I was thinking this might be weird because of the rape, so she might, you know, and this is weird that I'm talking about her even, but she just acts annoying like that. So I was like, she's probably gonna think that I want to start a relationship with her or something, but I don't. But I'll see how she reacts and just think it's weird. And so she's been acting weird recently, and I think it's because of that. So that's kind of dumb. A similar thing happened with Parzival, I guess. I didn't really talk to anyone about it besides like a couple people in the class, where we had to read it, I guess. But, you know, I did that one as a joke too, and I already talked about this in the previous video, but it was just a joke to see how people react, who aren't black, I guess. I'm half. So I just wanted to see what they would think it means. It's not mutually exclusive, at least it didn't used to be. People just do stuff like that. They try to see it as advantageous for it to be weird or alien. And then they say, "Hey, look at me, look how innocent I am," or whatever. But like I said, there's no real logic behind it. So that's weird. It's just a simple way of looking at it. I don't think they see how simple it is for them with that outlook, I guess, and they just try to make jokes, I guess, say it's funny or something, or not funny, or it's like serious. I thought it was funny at first. But it doesn't really mean anything. So it's not the truth.